Dr. Hannah with this week's Hot Topics Thursday. I have Hercules helping me, and Shelby's taking our video, so she is here. So this week I've had a lot of people ask me about what it looks like to adjust an animal. So since Hercules is my dog, I'm just going to use him as a really good example. He's used to being adjusted, so he's pretty chill. But first rules is you have to have a vet referral. So I have forms at the front, they're online as well. Otherwise, the vet that I work with, she also has them at her office. But you need that vet referral. So whether it's the vet that I work with or your own vet, they just have to sign off and approve that your animal can get adjusted. It's just safer because then that way the vet knows what's going on. Since I, as a chiropractor, don't diagnose any veterinary disease, so that's why you need that vet referral. So as long as that's on file and we have it okay, go ahead for it. We can adjust the animals. I don't actually adjust animals here in this office. I adjust over at the vet's office. Dr. Palin at Hair Veterinary Services, who I work with. So that's where I adjust all small animals. Horses, I go to barns, so I don't adjust there. But so for small animals, I don't adjust it in our office. I adjust it over there. But again, this is Hercules. Hercules is my dog. He's been adjusted before, so he's just a really good example because he stays so nice and calm, usually. Okay, so normally what it normally looks like, normally there's a handler with me. So the handler will stay at the top part of the dog's head just because animals can't tell you that something hurts. Their first instinct is to turn around and try and bite you to get them away from that spot. So when I have a handler, your handler literally will just be up underneath holding the dog's head, kind of nice and calm, just kind of talking to him, make sure he's okay. So that's what it'll be like whenever you get your animal adjusted. So there'll be a handler at the top part of your dog's head, and then I'll be working from the tail up towards the head. It doesn't make any noise, just like unlike a human, where sometimes you can hear the audible when they get adjusted. Animals, it's pretty quiet. So most of the time, it's like you can't really tell if you're doing anything. But what you want to look for is just a general motion. So I'll adjust Hercules, so that way you can at least see what it looks like. And then of course every animal is different, so some animals will respond differently. But usually by the end of the adjustment, you want to see the animal do a head to tail shake. So hopefully Hercules will get a good adjustment today, and he'll do that afterwards. So I'll just quickly show you what an adjustment looks like. And then, I'm sorry, we're boring you, buddy. And then we'll kind of go from there. All right, so usually I start down at the butt, like I said, the tail end. It's flipped with humans, where a short leg will show up short, where on a dog, since they're quadrupeds, it's a little different. So again, and one of the things to watch is just his head. So when I push on something like that is not comfortable for him, he'll kind of turn around. If I do the other side, and also you can see how he's pretty bouncy, but this side not so much. So again, normally I'd have a handler, and that would just be protective, but he's my dog and I know how he reacts. So that's a simple little adjustment for the pelvis. And all right, so you can see how he's a little bit more springy now. He doesn't really seem like he cares so much that I'm down there. Same thing, that's a little sore for him. Yeah, I know, buddy. So let's fix that for him. Sometimes a dog may yelp as they're getting adjusted too. It's totally normal. I know, buddy. That's, again, just kind of their way of letting you know that something's really uncomfortable. Just different body language you have to look for too. And that's also why it's super important to get a vet referral, just in case something's weird and different that you're not quite sure. So you can't be down yet. All right, so we'll kind of check his neck out too. Dogs have a really good range of motion, so ideally the dog should be able to touch his shoulder just like that. That's all good. Now let's do the side. Same thing on here. So he has really good range of motion. Be able to look up. So sometimes if you see your dog is just like looks like it's really weird and uncomfortable like a human, actually not. That's their normal range of motion. So all right, good job, buddy. A little bit more. All right, ready? Yeah. Oops. Okay, ready? I know. That doesn't feel very good. So again, sometimes they may try and whine because it doesn't feel very good, but it's all normal. All right. other side. Fit the scapula. Oh, that was good. All right, so after, you don't want them to jump down, but after they're done their adjustment, again, we look for that head to tail shake. That's a good shake to kind of shake out their adjustment. You want your treat now. So that's a normal adjustment, what it looks like. Again, it doesn't take very long. Dogs respond really, really well, so do horses, cats, anything else. So if you have any questions, you let me know. Again, we'll walk you through what you have to do. You have to get a vet referral. I do adjust over at the vet's office. And then the treatment plan, depending on what your dog has, we'll just kind of go from there. So that is this week's Hot Topics Thursday. We'll see you next week.